So ladies and gentlemen, here we are again, the Supply and Demand Show at Manifest Las Vegas. Another year, Kerim. I can't believe it's been a year already since we were here.
We're aging like fine wines, though. Like I am. We never look. That's true. That's true. We never look back. You never look back.
Well, look, it feels different for me this year. Last year was my first time at Manifest, and everybody was unfamiliar to me. I didn't really know who anybody was. But this year, I'm already seeing people that we've interviewed on the show and people that I saw last year. So I'm really looking forward to doing the show this year.
Absolutely. And I'm so looking forward to showing you all everything you're going to see here, from the innovations, the changes, and all the new things that you can expect to see in the supply chain with all these wonderful new brands and attendees.
Does it feel bigger to you?
And it feels bigger.
Yeah.
It's much bigger. There are thousands and thousands more people, hundreds of more exhibitors.
Yeah.
It's something that's going to be truly special. I'm excited to see what's in there.
Yeah, I am too. And we're going to take you in there and show you around. But before we do that, Kerim and I had the opportunity to come just a little bit earlier and get a little peek behind the scenes, a sneak peek behind the scenes as to what it takes to actually put on a supply chain logistics show. And let me tell you, they didn't look ready, Kerim.
That's right. The supply chain of a convention center show was just unbelievable. I was fascinated, and it was something really very amazing to me.
Do you think they'll be ready though?
Let's go behind the scenes and check it out.
All right, let's go. Right, so as we just mentioned, we're here a little early this year, so we've had the opportunity to actually come in behind the scenes and see what it takes to put on a supply chain logistics show, get all the background, get everything that's moving, all the movers and all the shakers. And in fact, if we walk over here, I think we'll see some boxes that are delivered in.
So Ricky, the most unbelievable thing here at Supply Chain event is the shipping and logistics. Look at all of these crates and boxes coming from all over the world.
Yeah, right.
So that these exhibitors and these attendees can have an amazing event. The supply chain of a supply chain convention show.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder what's in this box. Hope there's not a gorilla or something.
I saw that movie. I saw that.
I can hear things moving around in there.
Anybody in there?
Yeah, pretty cool, man. Let's have a little walk around and see what else is going on. Wow, look at this screen. Look at the, we're about to open in what?
2 hours?
2 hours, right? And these guys
working day and night trying to put up this.
Are still putting this stuff up. How close are they to the schedule, right?
I know, and look at the scale of this.
Yeah, right.
The signage.
The thing is, hey, we build this thing all the time. You guys should know how to do it.
Guys.
It's like an IKEA.
Yeah, right. It's like the guys who know how to do it and maybe do it for them at every single show.
Exactly.
That's also an important part of supply chain. Think about it that way. Quality control, consistency. Make sure that this display looks the same, whether they're doing it in Vegas, in Dallas, in Washington, D.C., that every time that this group puts it on, that it's going to look exactly the same.
Yeah.
So, you may be right. They may have their own builders, their own contractors that they fly out because they know how to do the job.
Tell you what, they look calm, considering we've only got a couple of hours. They're all kind of like, if it was me, man, I'd be hustling and running around. Wow, look at these guys behind me. They don't even have anything out of the box. I don't even know what company this is. Kerim, are these guys going to be ready?
Yeah, I think so. We got to leave them to it, though, so this whole place will be completely transformed, right?
It's going to be a few hours, but you know what? We don't have to wait a few hours, because by the magic of television, 1, 2, 3. Wow!
Oh my God, look at this.
That was pretty cool. Look at this.
Look at all this. 6,000 people magically
showed up just like that.
And look at all these beautiful.
Well, I guess we better get going then.
Yeah. Time to
Let's go.
attack this show. Let's do it.
All right, Arturo, how you doing, my friend? We're back again this year. We interviewed you last year, so it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Couple of quick questions, really easy ones to get started.
Okay.
Just remind everybody of your name, your company's name, your position, and what you guys do.
Sure thing. So I'm Arturo Torres. I'm the CEO and founder of Ventagium Data Consulting.
My name is Pratapa Bernard. I work for Trigen Software. I'm the Vice President of Strategy at over Trigen.
So I'm Manuel Aguirre. I'm the VP of Supply Chain Electrification for Industrial.
So my name is Davy Dujardin. I am the Senior Global Logistics Manager at Loop Earplugs. Our mission is really to enhance people's quality of life by giving them control.
My name is Greg Braun. My company's name is C3 Solutions. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer, at C3. And C3 is a logistics software company that specializes in the area of yard management and dock scheduling. And we also have a real-time communication product which works with our systems called C3 Hive.
My name is Prashant Shah. I work for a company called VDA. My original company was Swagga, which was just absorbed a month ago. So right now I'm still representing Swagga because we still have a brand out there, and we're going to continue to have it.
So we work with the shipping lines and their customers. We manage their workflow. We optimize their workflows actually.
My name is Jeffrey Shi. Our company name is the Miracle Express.
I'm Douglas Kent with the Association for Supply Chain Management.
Short and sweet, Douglas.
So I'm Alexander Schutt. Work for DHI Consulting, a partner there.
David Zingery, CEO of Midmo AI, and we're on a mission to simplify traceability. It's a good way to kind of open up the call.
So far, you've got an A. You got all of those questions right.
Good, nailed them.
So my name's Lucine Atayan. I work for Mary Kay Inc. Been with Mary Kay for 5 years. I'm a director of distribution and logistics. Yeah, well, I think the Red Sea, everybody can say Panama Canal and, all the tariffs that we're facing, but it's different. We're in a social media age now, so Mary Kay is actively on social media, so you never know what product's gonna sell.
Supply chain industry, major challenges, changes, disruptions. I mean, what are some of the biggest challenges that you're facing as a business today?
So I will say 2 of them. Number 1 is exporting specific brands out of the United States to everywhere else in the world, wherever the customer wants it. And number 2 is there's a scarcity of how we can bring our leadership to the next level.
Some of the big issues that we're seeing is that companies come to us. I mean, we do, like I said, we do yard management and dock scheduling. Especially on the scheduling, well, actually on both areas, some of the big concerns people have is they don't want to have, there's always been a kind of a shortage of drivers. We've kind of underutilizing drivers. And so that is a major pain point that a lot of our customers have is say, how can we first make sure we have always access to drivers and how can we turn them around as quickly as possible? So
we do a lot of strategies around acquisitions. We ramp this up quite a bit, finding emerging markets that are growing faster than the rest of the world, right? New customer groups, etc. For us, we also work with customers of DHL, as I said, right? It's a lot about trade, a lot of uncertainty, right?
Yeah. Some of the challenges that I'm seeing right now, number 1 is, it used to be the case that coming to information was hard. You had all the data, but it was hard to analyze and everything. Nowadays, people have hundreds and thousands of dashboards and places
Too much data.
Too much data.
Right.
So, and just becoming a death by 1,000 dashboards.
Yep.
So one of the challenges that we're seeing companies is how they are going to structure all the information that's out there in a way that makes sense.
First one, obviously, like people know, it's tariffs. We produce in China, so we've been hit pretty hard.
Like I say, the Miracle is Asia, specialized in Asia Pacific. So today we are talking about a new government with a tariff, right? So we see the China manufacturers shipping to the Southeast Asia country. So because the tariff increased since the first turn of the Trump already has the Section 301. They already set up most of the tariff on China between 10 to 25%.
They work with the shipping line, but they are not receiving the invoices on time. And that's why there is some major gap between a communication gap between the shipping line and the customer.
The food supply chain and supply chain in general, right, doesn't run on very high margins.
I see.
So any type of disruption can impact the bottom line very significantly. So you have 2 things. One is how you manage those disruptions, those peaks. You can call it, energy peaks caused by weather events. It could be caused by any externality hitting those facilities.
Part of our standards, of course, is the SCORE model, which is the definitive standard for how to model out your supply chain, where you can run different kinds of simulations, etc. And in that model is the creation of all the best practices associated with specific supply chain processes and the metrics that can be used to measure that success.
Education and knowledge is power, right? So you giving that driver's seat, experience to these companies that really need that information, I think it's absolutely critical.
Kerim, I have to say, man, it's nice to just sit down away from all the chaos and have a nice cup of coffee.
Absolutely. And let me ask you a question. If you were to have a coffee with anybody, I know it wouldn't be
That wouldn't be you. I mean, I'm having one with you, but that wouldn't be an automatic answer.
But if you were to have a coffee with anybody,
Yeah.
alive or passed away, who
Yeah.
would be and why?
Mozart. And I'll tell you why. I am a visual person. I don't know how anybody creates music and puts words to music. It really fascinates me. What about you?
For me, it would be Alexander the Great because, I mean, globalization, and that's a person who didn't see any boundaries in a world and a society that was filled with them.
Yeah. You know what we should do? We should have a segment on the show called The Last Drop. And we'll ask our guests if they could have a coffee with anybody, who would it be and why? And actually, we'll do it here at the show too. We'll ask all the people that we interview.
I think that sounds amazing. To the last drop.
The last drop.
Cheers.
Cheers. If you could have a coffee with anybody, live or dead, who would it be and why?
I think I'd probably go with Albert Einstein. He's just such an interesting individual.
It would be Marcus Aurelius.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very good.
Stoic.
Yeah, very stoic.
The whole concept of stoicism is something I can relate to.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, having coffee with someone like an emperor would have been probably quite an experience.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then from now on, you could actually have a statue on a horse.
Probably want to talk to John Mayer.
Okay.
I've been a fan for him for ages.
I'd love to have him sit down and have a coffee with Arnold Palmer.
Yes.
Or an Arnold Palmer.
Or an Arnold Palmer with Arnold Palmer.
All right.
Michael Jordan. I think he have the passion. He have the perseverance, and he's very disciplined.
Probably I would pick Steve Jobs.
All right, so another huge success at Manifest 2025 here in Las Vegas. Kerim, it was amazing. It seemed bigger to me this year.
Much bigger.
Yeah.
It was probably at least an extra 2,000 people.
Yeah.
Maybe another couple hundred more exhibitors that were here.
Yeah, and it's in a bigger space.
Bigger space and honestly much more interaction.
Yeah,
You know, when you got this bigger space and you got more brands and more people, you need to give enough room to like breathe between the people and the brands.
Yeah.
And that was happening, a good flow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. It was a
Yeah.
very nice flow here at this show.
And it was good to see some people again from last year.
Oh,
So it's always good. It's like a gathering point for everybody.
Like a
Good
coming home
business.
party. A coming home party.
It's exactly what it's like. What I did notice this year, last year was all about AI, right? Or AI.
You said it right the first time.
Yeah, right.
It
AI.
is AI. It
AI.
is AI. Richard.
Last year, the thing on everybody's lips was AI. This year, as you would imagine, really all about tariffs.
That's
People
right.
All about tariffs.
Right.
But it's good that people can get together and actually talk about that kind of stuff. It'll be interesting to see what they're talking about next year.
That's right. That's right. And back to the tariffs thing for a second. I mean, it's such a weird and strange time right now. I mean, we're in a global economy,
Right.
and yet there are these challenges that are being posed to that global economy.
Right.
And what it all means. So how it all factors out and how it'll shake out is something that, you know, we really got to keep our eyes on. All these businesses are keeping their eyes on, and it's going to be a big focus for a bit of time, I'm sure.
Well, this has been a blast, Kerim.
Always.
We've been obviously wearing our journalism hats
Yes,
here
we
at
have.
this show and doing our show, but we're in Vegas, man. Vegas is all about big show and elaborate stuff. I feel like we need to change it up a little.
Oh, listen, I heard they have an amazing burlesque show and they're looking for people to audition.
Look no further, my friend.
Silver Fox. We're going to head on over there
Let's
and give it
go.
a try?
Let's go.
Shake it. Let's shake it.